This is Link. Link's unhappy. Link has been delayed once again. In fact, you probably already know this news, but we're not getting Breath of the Wild 2 until, well, springtime of 2023. So several more months away. And it breaks an unfortunate record in that it's the longest development cycle between games. And that's a real shame. The last Breath of the Wild was 2017. We get to 2023, we'll be looking at 5 years, and it's a real shame. Breath of the Wild, amazing game, wonderful, can't wait for the sequel, but I'm finding some very strange takes on the internet, and I'm frustrated. Here we go. Somehow I'm supposed to believe that Zelda's delay is not a problem. Well, it was a problem for shareholders because, well, the shares took a major hit to the tune of, let's see, 6% when it was announced. Following the announcement, the company is pushing back the launch of the game from its previous 2022 release window to spring 2023. Shares dropped 6% in Tokyo. That was reported by Reuters. So this obviously comes after a 25% year-to-date climb, with Switch still selling strongly thanks to a solid software lineup, steady influx of new well-received titles like Pokemon Legends in January, and more recently the Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which again, I mean, when I was over on the Gaming Lounge, were some games we talked about that were coming out, have come out, and, you know, are being well received. But this hit like a truck, well, at the end of March, which is just a few days ago. And I haven't looked at the stock price since, but I thought it was something that was an indication that people weren't thrilled. Well, according to Variety, I might be wrong. It seems Zelda delay is not a problem for Nintendo. How do you figure? We'll find out. Since the start of the pandemic, release delays for theatrical films have often proved problematic for studios. Boy, do I hate that word. Find a new word. Difficult? Probably better use of word there. Anyway, but in video games, delays aren't just a regular and expected occurrence. They're also increasingly a sign of publishers committing to quality assurance and minimizing excessive periods of overtime. Lies. We've gotten a bunch of games that were pushed back, and still got released completely broken. And even one of my favorite of those bunch, Cyberpunk 2077, still has some more work to do. Although right now the gameplay is still exceptional. All of the stuff that's been added is working, but there's still the occasional oopsie, and that needs work done. But that's for another video. The delay that Nintendo announced last week for its untitled Breath of the Wild video sequel in its long-running The Legend of Zelda franchise is no different. I disagree 100%. So they're showing us the top-selling Switch games, which of course Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was probably the biggest seller amongst them, Animal Crossing being second, Super Smash Bros., then Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is an old game now. It's an old game. Breath of the Wild launched alongside the console in 2017. So since its initial launch and not a whole lot of, pomp and circumstance, the game did very well, selling, over 25 million copies. So it's done pretty good, at least year to date. The delay news is far from surprising, according to Variety. I would say wrong. Zelda is a precious brand for Nintendo. At least I can agree with that. So the chances Nintendo wouldn't give the game as much development time as needed were slim. No, but they've had plenty of time. How long do you need to develop a game like this? You've already got all the working assets that you need. You just have to build, the new place and the new story around, what's going to happen to Link. I don't understand. Likewise, the Switch hit its 5-year anniversary last month, which meant that's the perfect time to release the game. While the consoles always sold well, especially when the global crisis first hit, hardware sales last holiday quarter were down 7.8%. Yeah, because they need more stuff, and they're, obviously the new OLED model came out in October, and that didn't, necessarily float anybody's boat because there wasn't a lot of bonus to that. I also don't think the Switch Lite is anything to, shout about, but that's, again, in contrast to that, software sales continued a years-long streak of year-over-year increases, climbing 12.6%. Well, those numbers are going to climb even higher now because of the inflationary pressures of the day. So, that's going to artificially raise what, if you were to round for inflation, would be a lot lower over the coming months. And again, once everybody's got a Switch that wants one and everybody's got the game that wants it, you're done. You need something new. But, average play times for Legend of Zelda games, obviously Breath of the Wild is 50 hours. That's the average play time. When you do the main plus the extras, it's about 97 and a half hours. I think I spent way more time on it than that because I played multiple playthroughs. I found a lot of depth to the game. It was a lot of fun, and it brought back some wonderful memories. You can tell that these people are just overly enthusiastic about this. Speaking about other games like Sony Interactive's Horizon Forbidden West versus Techland's Dying Light 2 Stay Human, both the games released in February and are sequels to popular open world games, but the difference in quality was immediately apparent. Yeah, also they were competing against a much better game that everybody is still playing out there, and I'm sorry, From Software is just better. And the general pricing of new AAA games increasing from $60 to $70 is one factor that will grant publishers more flexibility in trying to avoid forcing studios to enter crunch mode. That's complete baloney sausage. The price of the game doesn't change how much the game costs to make. I mean, I'm sorry, it just doesn't. You've spent time with these people developing this game. Just get the game out. And you know what? Customers don't really care about crunch. Yeah, it's a shame people have to stay and do overtime stuff, but you know what? Who hasn't worked a job where they ask you to stay overtime to work? Sometimes for months on end. I know I've been asked to do it, various jobs that I had when I was younger, so I don't see the problem. I just don't. Gamers may not be the most patient crowd, no kidding. But if a game delay is happening under the Nintendo, Sony, or Xbox umbrellas, chances are it's the best option possible for the quality of the game and the quality of life for developers, which again, gamers really, despite a lot of lip service from gaming channels, we don't care. Do the dang game. And if you've ever worked in software development, you've ever done voiceover acting for games, if you've ever done any of that stuff, guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Just get the game done. Just get the game done, because that's what the gamers want. Just get it done. So don't put politics in it that, modern day audience crap. Just give us a good game with a good story and all of that. And I count on Nintendo to do that, but I don't forgive them for this delay. This is a bridge too far after such a long period of time between games. I mean, come on, 5 years. Anyway, I don't know. Do you guys agree with me? Do you think maybe I'm expecting too much from a game developer? Do you think that I'm right? Do you think that it's okay for me to be a little bit frustrated? And honestly, are you waiting for the game like I am? Because I can't wait to play it. I've been a gamer since they had games. I mean, I was there at the beginning. Anyway, just go ahead, provide the comments down below. We'll interact, and maybe that'll help me calm down a little bit, because it's been several days that I've been wanting to cover this story. I'm glad that I waited, because otherwise probably would have been a little ranty. Be sure to support other independent creators though, because they're out there busting their tail trying to make great content for you. We've got a lot of incredible independent gaming channels out there. They play games for entertainment purposes or for instruction purposes. You can catch them on YouTube, on Purple, other platforms that you may find us all on, but do support them. And again, part of that is obviously subscribing to their channels, giving feedback on their content via comments, hitting the like button, and all of those things. Share out their stuff, because it really does help. And with that being said, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye. Hey there. One last quick note before I let you go, and before we make it to the end of this video. I, CultureCasino, have a brand new Teespring store. That's right, you can now go to Teespring, look up CultureCasino, or use the link in the video below.
and pick out some handsome and beautiful Culture Casino merchandise with many different designs and styles and colors, many different items. I was actually surprised at all of the things that you could create, and I have some more designs and items on the way here shortly. But, you know, if you want to support the channel in that way, there is some merch. Otherwise, here comes the ending. Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.